I'd like to share an incredible story with you in terms of chizuk and how to hang in there when times are a little stressful. Let me share an incredible story with you about an older woman who was a Holocaust survivor who writes the following. We were good Polish girls born to Polish mothers, which meant that there was no such thing as refusing to eat. If mommy put the food in front of you, you had to eat it. My friend's mom took a little too far and got her used to eating unbelievable amounts of food. She didn't notice that her daughter was becoming as big as a house. She was just constantly plowing her with food on a daily basis. But it didn't matter to her or to us. And when the Nazis came, they put us all in the ghetto. It was hard to describe the incredible hunger we all suffered, even when people started to die from hunger. To my friend's good fortune, she had a lot of reserves as she was overweight and very fat. Within a year, though, she looked just as thin and scrawny as the rest of us. So the Nazi abuse didn't spare her. Then we got sent to the camps. It was run by the SS. They didn't have much to do and they were bored. Their only form of entertainment was killing Jews, tormenting them first and then killing them. One of the German officers was an enormously fat woman. One day she stood next to one of us and we started laughing, even though we were skin and bone, but we were laughing at how enormously big she was and the difference in size between us and her. We couldn't help but laugh. Her friends teased her that the quantities of food she ate could have fed the whole camp, all the inmates, for a week. She wasn't offended, she was happy about her status. And she announced suddenly, to our amazement, that she's going to invite us to an eating contest. She says to us, "You Jewish girls, you're hungry, right? So pick someone who'll compete with me to see which one of us can eat the most. If your contestant wins, I'll give you unlimited kosher food for a week. But if I win, the whole camp will be starved for a month." And when I say starved, I mean I know exactly where you hide your food, your little crumbs of bread that are moldy and old underneath the boards inside the bunks. We didn't know what to do. One look at her told us we had no chance. On the other hand, we didn't have a lot of choices either. And then I remembered my friend. Oh, my friend. I made my way over to her and I said, "Tzipi." She was hurt by the thought that she would be entering a contest, an eating contest, for everyone else's benefit. But I said to her, "You have nothing to lose. If you lose, you lose. But if we win, we all get to eat. We're about to die from starvation." Our only condition was that the food be kosher, even if the menu was the same. And when the food arrived, we were in shock. This was what was placed before each of the contestants. First course was a loaf of bread with a bowl of cooked vegetables and a pot of split pea soup. The second course was 2 whole roasted chickens with side dishes of rice casserole and raw carrot salad. And the third course, there was 6 stuffed cabbage heads and 2 pounds of beef. And there was a 4th and a 5th course and a 6th, but I won't bore you with the details. According to the rules of the contest, every last morsel of the food had to be consumed except for the bones. There was no limit to how much you can drink. Talking during the meal was forbidden. And neither of the contestants could say anything to the other person except, "Please pass the salt." Anyone violating the rules, and of course anyone saying that she could no longer continue eating, was obviously the loser. We were given 2 days to prepare for this contest. The big day finally arrived. We all gathered in an open area and the contest started. It's not that I didn't appreciate my friend's capacity for food, but when they started, I didn't appreciate it enough. As the Nazi woman, the bear, devoured her food like a hungry bear, my friend ate slowly and methodically. The Nazi woman quickly gained ground, moving on to her third course, while my friend was still on her first. But the frenzy came with a price, and my friend started to close the gap. I'll spare you the details, it was terrible. They had portions of food that even outside the camp were considered unreal. At around the 4th course, the Nazi looked exhausted. You could see she was eating just to win. As for my friend, she looked like she was just enjoying every bite. And the scene became pitiful. They were finishing the 6th course when my friend called me over and whispered something. And one of the Nazi friends called out, "She's disqualified. According to the rules, it's forbidden to consult with anyone." And the judge came over and asked for an explanation and said, "You know, you're not allowed to talk." And I said, all my friend wanted to ask me was if there was any more stuffed cabbage, because it was so delicious. The Nazi competitor threw down her fork and said, "I'm dropping out. I'll never win. I'm about to pass out and that skinny little thing over there is asking for more food. I don't have a chance. I give up." And the woman says, the Nazi Holocaust survivor, "You should have heard the cheers ring out. We carried our friend out to recover. On the way, someone asked me, why was that stuffed cabbage so important to her in the middle of the contest?" And my friend rushed to my defense. She said, "That's not what I said. What I whispered was that I couldn't continue to eat even if my life depended on it. And the woman said, I changed what she said, turning her statement of failure into a statement of confidence. And the immediate result was victory. And ladies, mothers and girls, here's the important lesson from here. You can't give up. No matter what, you can't give up. Sometimes you feel like it's been a difficult year, you've been locked in, there's no hope, what's going to be? But you could see people, when they were in most trying of circumstances, were able to grab that opportunity and say, you know what, I can take failure and convert it into success.